this of all the tours that I've taken you through over the last year and a half, this is probably the most special because at this point we have some of the students who will be inhabiting the new school here to see it for their first time and get their impressions. And with that, I'll introduce you all.
Hi, I'm Eddie McGadden. I'm a sophomore at Chatham High School.
I'm Katie Barr. I'm a sophomore at Chatham High School.
Okay.
I'm Heidi Friedel. I'm a junior at Harwich.
I'm Noah Nickerson. I'm a junior at Harwich High School.
And I'm Rick Gifford. I'm a guidance counselor at Chatham High School.
So they'll be coming along with us on the tour today. We're just here in front of the front, and this is pretty much looking the same as it has been. There's been a little bit of more work on the stucco work done and a little finishing off, but still some ways to go. With that, we'll take a break and move on around to the back of the building and give you the update on what's happened there. Okay, here we are on the south side of the building over in what this is apparently going to be the faculty, some of the faculty parking over here. Curbing is all going in, and the landscaping in the drainage basin has been done. A lot of trees planted. The straw matting put down to control erosion until the planting, the grass and wildflowers that make the vegetated basin grow up. And over this way at the face of the media center, they've up until now that lower large window beneath the gable has been wide open to allow them to move in the equipment. That was sort of the truckway. That's finally come to an end. They've gotten all of that heavy equipment out of the building and are starting to close that up. But it's starting to come along and take shape and give a good look at what the finished product will look like. Any thoughts on this?
I think it looks really good so far. Excited to see what it looks like inside.
Okay, with that, I think we'll go around to the cafeteria entrance and head on inside the building. All right, here we are inside the what's referred to as the community entrance, the back entrance of the school, off of which are the cafeteria, gymnasium, auditorium space. Behind us is the cafeteria, which is there has sort of started to take on more of the aspect of a storage room than the gymnasium, because they're now getting some work done in the gymnasium. But as I understand it, the size of the cafeteria has been sized to have lunches in 2 shifts. And additionally, outside there'll be benches on days like today when the weather is good. What do you think of the entrance?
I love it. I love all the windows.
Windows?
Yeah,
And
looks
at
great.
the far end on the wall is going to be the Monomoy logo, shark logo. Yeah, yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. With that, why don't we move along and we'll sort of back our way into the auditorium or the gymnasium where they've gotten some of the athletic equipment up. Okay. So here's what it's starting to get all the finishes on the walls, the colors, the paint finished of what it will look like, and the backboards are up. Are any of you basketball players?
This kid.
So you looking forward to play in the Shark Tank?
Yeah, I mean, there's something different. Like the Harwich gym was kind of pretty small. I mean, I love the Harwich gym, but this is just new, big, I don't know, something to look forward to.
Yeah, it's coming out quite nice. And as I understand it, the floor they'll be going in over the summer. They're still going to be using this as a storage area for the remainder of construction, and when all of the furniture starts arriving, this is where they'll bring it to do the initial assembly. But with that, we'll take a quick break and head over to the auditorium. Okay, here we are in the auditorium, the new Monomoy Regional High School Theater room. As you can see, it's very spacious. It'll seat 580 people. I think the Harwich Little Theater seats about 280, so a substantially larger audience. And the stage has a full high lift area to lift sceneries and curtains on. Up above the ceiling panels, there is a professional level of catwalks to adjust lighting and sound and all the special effects. And then there's the lower seating and the upper seating, and a real control room. I don't have you. Well, so you in Harwich know the little theater with the little platform that they do the controls, but it's not a control room. It's it's a little platform. But who was somebody mentioned there in performing arts?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. It's a lot bigger, just new. The Harwich one's pretty small. It's just hard to get like the right sound. So I think this will just be a lot better, a lot different. So.
Well, if you notice, these panels up here are insulated to reflect sound, and then these structures that they're building on the wall will also are built to reflect the sound properly, and they have some adjustments that can be made as you go along. But it's really a tremendous space. I was floored when I first saw the duplicate of this in Ashland High School. I said, "Wow!" So. All right, with that, we're going to take a quick walk and show you the music rooms. We'll walk through there before we head on upstairs to see some of the upstairs classrooms. Okay? Okay, we've just been sort of touring the band and chorus area of the school, which is directly behind the theater. And from here, conceivably, is actors will assemble and get ready and then go through that way, right out onto stage. But there's also a series of practice rooms for groups of musicians to get together and practice in twos and threes or so singularly. There's one chorus room and a duplicate for the band practice. And it's compared to what's at Harwich, greatly improved. I'm not really familiar with Chatham, but what do you think?
It's much better than what we have. It's really big and light, and it's a big improvement.
To be able to sort of kick the whole operation up a notch, so to speak. All right, with that, we're going to head upstairs and look at some of the classrooms upstairs. They've made a big jump forward on getting all the finishes done in there, so they're looking almost pretty complete. So we'll move on. Here we are in one of the classrooms. This would be a classroom for an English class or a business or history classroom like that. This is pretty standard, what they all look like. There are a couple of classrooms on each wing that have a divider wall that can be removed, so you have a much bigger space. The little round things in the corner are part of the ventilation system to ensure fresh air, and part of the heating system. It's one of the energy conserving features of this whole process, and we've maximized the energy conservation features, and because of that, from NSTAR and National Grid, our gas and electric suppliers, they're giving us a rebate of about $500,000 because of the lower demand that we're going to be putting on their services. But anyway, so what do you think? Is it going to be a good classroom to be in?
Oh yeah, I really like the natural light. It's very bright and uplifting.
Yeah, and each of the classrooms, has a color accent wall, and they change from classroom to classroom. These are in the classrooms. They have vinyl tile. In the hallways and in the main hallways, they'll be using linoleum. It's a much more natural, friendly, environmentally sound material, and it's also they can do some nice diagrams and in the larger spaces and make it look interesting. So.